John Isner here from the Nothing Major podcast at the Bleacher Report set here at Roland-Garros, and we have an extremely special guest, the number 2 seed, American superstar, Coco Gauff, with us today. She is through to the second round with a 6-2, 6-2 victory. Coco, you've been playing pretty well coming into this tournament. You made the finals of Madrid, the finals of Rome, 2 massive tournaments. How would you assess your play in your first match today?
Yeah, it was a weird day because it was super windy. So overall, I would say pretty good, but it's one of those days where you don't feel the best playing, but I'm just happy to get through it.
Okay, was your day made weirder by the fact that you walked out onto court Philippe Chatrier without tennis rackets in your bag?
Yeah.
And can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, so usually JC, my coach, he puts them in my bag before the match.
Okay.
And I had to use the bathroom before the match, and they have their you have to be ready in 2 minutes because we have to walk on court at this time. So I just rushed and went to the bathroom, grabbed my stuff to walk on the court. Didn't think anything of it. I go on court, I open one zipper, and I usually have 6 to 7 rackets in my bag. I open one zipper. I'm just okay, he must have somehow fit all 6 on the other side of my bag. I open the other zipper, and there's no rackets. Then I look at my box, and there's nobody in the box, so I don't even know who to tell. I try to go on my phone. Then the ref was like, you can't go on your phone. I'll call who you need to call. And I was like, I don't know his number. And then I look at my box, and my New Balance rep, Evan, is there, and I just open the mag and show him that there's no rackets. And then somehow they found JC, and he got the rackets on the court.
So you're blaming your coach?
A little bit my fault, too, because
Okay.
I should have noticed the weight on the bag with no rackets. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just sticking to routine,
Absolutely. You're focused on the match,
Yeah.
right? Coach got to put the rackets in the bag.
Yes.
The only person I think anyone's ever known to do that is Francis Tiafoe.
Yes, and I hate to be in the same conversation
Now,
as him.
you're in the same
I know.
list as our good buddy Francis.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, Coco.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I think, didn't Nick forget his shoes on court one time?
Yes.
So,
that's shoes. I think Francis did that as well.
yes.
I mean, Francis is...
So I'm on the same stat line as Francis and Nick. Oh,
I
my
know.
goodness.
That's not
That's
great.
such a male thing to do.
Totally. All right. You're no stranger to doing well here at Roland-Garros. You made the finals in 2022. What would you say the special sauce is for you here in Paris?
I think Paris is my favorite city. So I think just when you enjoy the place that you're in, I feel like you typically tend to play better. And then just clay, I feel like I do well on this surface. I like to move, and I like the clay courts here. So I think that has a combination of all that.
Yeah. I want to stay on the Paris theme.
Okay.
Last year, Summer Olympics here in Paris.
Yes.
You were one of the 2 American flag bearers, along with LeBron James.
Yes.
What was that like, and when were you told that you were going to be one of the 2?
Yeah, I didn't think there was a possibility because Chris Eubanks actually told me that he was going to nominate me just to be in the voting pool. I told him not to because I was like, there's zero chance that all my fellow Olympians would nominate me. I never did the Olympics before. I literally told him not to. So I'm just assuming all this time that he didn't do it. So there's no chance. And then we're trying on our jackets, our opening ceremony jackets. And he starts going on this rant. And Chris is known to hype me up and stuff. But I was like, now it's not the time, in front of the whole team. And you can see in my face, I was kind of annoyed by the whole thing. And then he told me that, and then he saw the jacket, and I really didn't register until I heard LeBron James, and I think I was more excited for the fact that it was LeBron James.
Yes.
But that was really cool, being on the sim with the whole team, and being with my tennis team, and also the whole entirety of the Olympics. The basketball team is one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Unbelievable treat. I remember watching that. I thought that was so cool, obviously, especially for you, but for our sport as well.
Yes.
For you to represent our sport like that, and you've done so tremendously well. Congratulations.
Thank
was
you.
an incredible honor to be able to
you.
do that. I
Yeah.
know you know that. Coco, let's call a spade a spade. You are very famous, very well known. You've been so successful. But there's a difference between famous people and one-name famous people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to name a few here.
Yeah.
Tiger, LeBron, Beyonce, Kobe, and Coco. How does it feel being on that list? It's a much better list than the list with Francis Tiafoe.
Yes.
You were on that one-name famous list. That's pretty special.
Yeah, I guess that is special. I didn't really think about it like that. I don't feel famous. I don't know. I just I do well at hitting a ball, and it's okay, it's cool. But other than that, I'm just like everybody else. So that is insane also to hear that. I guess people think that, but yeah, being on that list is crazy. But shout out to my parents for nicknaming me Coco. 'Cause my real name is Corey. I don't think people would have took to Corey as a Coco. So
I think so. Is there anyone in the last 5-6 years of your life that you have been starstruck, that you've met because of your success as a tennis player?
I would say there's a few, but I guess the first person I could think of is when I met President Obama. He just didn't feel like a real person when I was there. The whole time I kept staring at him, and I was like, this man feels like a fake AI simulation in front of me. I was like, there's no way he's real. Yeah. And yeah, I met him at U.S. Open 2 years ago, and he probably thought I was weirdo. I was literally just looking at him. I was like, oh my God, this feels so fake. So I think that, and then just standing next to LeBron, the first 5 minutes of meeting him, he walked in all super cool with his shades on, and I'm standing there waiting, and I had played it cool. He was like, nice to meet you. I was like, yeah, nice to meet you too. And then I'm looking at Tommy and Jess, and then I'm like, oh my God, LeBron James is here. And then I worked up enough courage to ask him to say hi to my TikTok, but I was pretty nervous standing next to him. And then I just kept saying he's so tall. And he's like, I'm not that tall. And I was like, okay, you're a massive dude.
Was that? I'm not on TikTok. I'm kind of that's way past my review. Was that one of your highest?
Oh,
grossing?
100%.
Is that the number one? Your TikTok?
Actually, my little brother has the most viewed TikTok. He's playing I think whatever instrument he plays, a trumpet or whatever, to Tyler the Creator song. It got 11 million views. But I don't know how much the LeBron one got, but I guess my brother has a bigger pool than LeBron.
Yeah, apparently. Shout out to your little brother.
Yeah.
All right, I want to stay with the TikTok theme here. You've been on TikTok.
Yes.
Apparently, it used to be called Musical.ly.
Yes.
Again, I'm not that well versed in this. I want you to pick one TikTok star to be your doubles partner.
Ooh.
And pick 2 TikTokers to play against in a match you think would be fun.
TikTok star to be my doubles partner. That's a good question. Who would be good? Okay.
How about fun? Just
fun.
You'd have a lot of fun.
I really like Monet McMichael. I think she's she does makeup, beauty, lifestyle, fashion. I'll go with her. And against, I'm gonna just go with, let's say, Charli D'Amelio, just because I feel like she's the TikTok #1 person on there. And then I guess we'll do a little sister action, so we'll say Dixie too.
All right.
Do you know who they are?
Nope.
Okay. By your face, I can tell. She's the most famous person on TikTok.
I know.
She's
I'm a 40-year-old guy. I'm just I don't know. You're a lot younger and hipper, so you got to give me a little break there. Okay. All right.
Okay. I'll give you the break.
You, Coco. You're 21. You're in that world.
She's so famous though. She has 100 million followers.
It's bad on my part, I know, but enough about me. Okay, we're going to go to someone else who's really famous that you're a big fan of.
Okay.
Beyonce.
Yes, I love her.
I know who that is.
Okay. Thank God.
Sorry. I at least got that part down. My first question is, are you a fan of country music, Beyonce?
Of Beyonce, yes. I wasn't a huge fan of country before she went in that kind of genre, but, now I find myself trying to listen a little bit more, but I'm going to say I'm a more Beyonce country fan.
Okay.
I like Tanner Ardell,
That's what I'm saying,
too.
But you like her country
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
finding a way to go to Cowboy Carter tour.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, she's a Texan. She's got some country roots.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. On your Spotify, top 3 most listened to, when you did your Wrapped deal on Spotify, what was it?
I think it was Tyler, the Creator. I think he was up there. I can't remember who was up there. I think Doechii was probably up there. And then, maybe Frank Ocean might have been #1. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know Frank Ocean.
Do you know you know Doechii?
No.
Okay. Do you know Tyler, the Creator?
No.
Oh, okay. But at least you know Frank Ocean.
I know Frank Ocean. I do know that. We're almost done with you, Coco. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
You've won 9 singles titles.
Yeah.
9 doubles titles so far in your career. Let's leave the doubles out. Give us your top 3 victories of your life. We know about the one, but let's put it in there. So let's see your top 3.
Top 3, WTA finals last year against Quinn Wynn. I have to say Venus at Wimbledon 2019.
That was your breakout.
Yes.
That was absolutely when the world was introduced to Coco Gauff, 2019 Wimbledon.
And then I guess I could go with obviously U.S. Open one just because it was U.S. Open. I guess I'll go with that one. But another one, honorable mention, I would put the Rome one, literally like the 3 hour and 30 minutes match against Quinn Win.
Yes, I do remember that match, but I think most like even casual tennis fans, they remember that 2023 U.S.
Yes,
Open.
so I have to put that one as number one. But honorable mention, Rome last week.
That was so inspiring.
Yes.
My daughter, that was the first match that she remembered watching. Yes.
Oh,
so
that's sweet.
she knows you. She calls you Coco. You're the one namer, right?
She probably knows who Charlie is.
She-
How old
yeah.
is she? She's young.
No, she's young. Yeah, she's almost 7. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, she might. 7.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't
No,
know.
actually, I don't think she does. But she certainly knows who Coco
You
Gauff
might.
is.
She
That's for
might.
sure. All right, this is my last question. I want you to give me your American women's tennis Mount Rushmore. Your top 4.
Top 4.
All time.
I feel like definitely.
In no particular order.
No
Just
particular.
on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, definitely Serena has to go up there. Ooh, this is tough. I feel like Billy, just because of the impact of that she put left on the game. Chris Evert.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
really
this is too
good
hard, guys.
choices out there.
I guess I have to go with Venus
Yep.
too. So
All right.
yeah.
Wait, well, what's it going to take for you to get on that Mount Rushmore?
At least win a few more slams.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
least double digits of slams for sure.
All right.
A lot more.
Well,
Maybe I can be on like the second or third tier, you know?
well, you've done very well. You got a lot of years ahead of you.
Yeah.
And we believe you can do very well this year at Roland-Garros. So best
you.
of luck, Coco, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Thanks,
joining the
John.
desk.
Thank you.